What is up, BoobTube? Josh here today. It's been, I don't know, 30, 60 days, something like that, since I've actually done a long format video, and I figured I would walk around and give you the lowdown of where I've been and what I've been doing and what is coming up. So, without further ado, let me grab a light over here so that I can show you what I've been working on this. So this has been under the knife. If you follow me on any of the other social media, then you have seen some of the stuff that I've been working on with it. But it now has a fresh transmission in it. The transmission should be able to do 1,000-ish horsepower based on the Jake's performance kit that I installed in it. So, and that's drag racing horsepower, not, street driving. So this transmission is pretty much bulletproof, at least for the long term. But that's where I've kind of been. I haven't really done much with anything else because I've been working on that, trying to assemble and get stuff fixed on that. But fuel cell for the truck, that's coming. All flex fuel connectors for and then whatever the AN style line is that is rated for E85 to go into this, lowering stuff to go into this. So this is going to get worked on quite a bit coming up. New headlights for it, because one of them is kind of goes in and out with the as you're driving down the road, because I think there's no telling how old the lights are in this thing. But so far nothing under the hood has really changed, but that's all going to stay the same. We're going to convert it to E85, or well, to at least be able to run E85, turn the boost up and make more horsepower and see if the bottom end survives on the LS. Nothing going on with this. I'm hoping to do some events later on this year. I did order a whole bunch of stuff to rebuild this chunk for it. And this is a special chunk, as you can see, wrote on it. Did some math at 9,000 RPM. That gear is only good for 148 miles an hour. The gear that's in it right now, it's got a 430 in it. At 9,000 RPM, it's somewhere like 170 or 180. It'll never go that fast. So we're going to change the gears so that it'll be faster. Let's see, what else have I been up to? Oh, yeah, well, right next to the chunk is I'm working on wickers for the car. So these will eventually fit right here and bolt to the bumper so that you get this kind of notion from it. So substantially increase the downforce, help pull the wind off the tire, because as you can see, the tire hangs out further than the bumper, which is a bad thing. Don't really have to worry about the rear because it already has the expansion due to the massive muffler, so that it can kind of come out this way without any issues. Let's see, last but not least, I haven't actually done any videos on the RX-8 yet, but this is the wrap for the RX-8. So yes, I'm going to be wrapping the RX-8 for the wife mobile, and that's probably going to come up. I don't know what's going to happen first: the truck, the rear gear, the wickers, the wrap, mowing the yard, whole shindig. I got to get caught up on a whole bunch of stuff. I got to change oil in like 3 vehicles right now, but that's neither here nor there. That's just everything that is coming up now that I'm finally back in the position where I can work on stuff other than trying to get the truck off my buddy's lift so that he can have his lift back, so that he can work on stuff. It sat on his lift for 3 weeks because the kit, I bought a rear gear kit to do while we were doing the transmission. The rear gear kit that I bought on these older trucks depending on the factory rear gear, the gear set, or not, well, not the gear set, but the chunk in the gear, the gear set, whatever. The offset for the ring gear is different because of how the teeth and everything are ground into the gear, depending on what ratio it is. Well, it had a 3.0, it's either 307 or 306, whatever it is. So I needed a thick tooth 373. Well, I ordered a thick tooth 373. The box came in as a thick tooth 373. We've had the gear set fully installed and everything, and it had 1/4 of an inch of backlash in it, and it should be, a few thousandths out that you need to set it up to really have it ready to go. And we were both like, well, this doesn't make any sense. Turns out we found the part number stamped on that gear set, and it was just a regular 373. It wasn't a 373T. So that pushed us a whole nother week. Took us forever to get everything tore back down. Once we got it tore back down and put back together, that was the end of that day, and then we finally got the transmission in. So this is going to get the lowering stuff, the fuel cell, full exhaust, finally. I'm tired of it being super duper loud. And eventually cow tracks, and I want to do some fixes on the interior. I found some interior parts that are similar to the factory interior. Mainly the door, like the rest of the interior is pretty good, except for the door panels. And I found some that are the Scottsdale style, because that's what this version of the C10 is a Scottsdale. So I'm gonna replace them with in here, and that should freshen the interior up. But anyways, that's it for this update, May update for 2024. I think the last one that I did was in like December or something, and I've kind of just been tinkering on stuff and haven't really been working on videos very much. But anyways, I've been helping other people in the background a lot too. But if you have any questions about anything, as always, leave comments down below. I actually, try to follow up and read on them. If you go back, I've got some really old videos that I still reply to a lot of stuff on. And then just let me know what you would like to see more. It seems like the RX-8 stuff really triggered a bunch of stuff for people, because that motor was completely rebuilt out of just reused everything. It's still technically low compression. It doesn't make great compression, but it runs great. So I'm just going to drive it until it grenades itself, and then it'll probably get an LS. But anyways, guys, until next time, happy brapping.